Good morning, everyone. On this, the first Monday of Lent. So it's the first full week of Lent. And I don't know about you, but sometimes it's helpful to me to look at the long haul, not only the day by day, but the long haul. So this morning is an invitation for you to look at the long haul. In other words, how you could possibly live through Lent doing wonderful works for all kinds of people without leaving your home. And so there are three pieces to this. The gospel reading for today is Matthew 25. And so I'm inviting us to pray that today, and that will be the source of an invitation to live Lent through Matthew 25. So I'll read Matthew 25 and then frame it in a contemporary idea that I had when I was stewing about how to do this prayerful pause, because you do stew about how to do this. And then after that, you'll have quiet time. And then we're going to close with an old Baptist hymn called My Prayer, which in a way connects back to Matthew 25. And it's a version by Andrea Bocelli and a group of children sort of singing and asking us about their prayer. So let us pray as we place ourselves more intimately in a loving God. A reading from Matthew 25. The translation is the Message translation. When he finally arrives, blazing in beauty, and all his angels with him, the Son of Man will take his place on a glorious throne. Then all the nations will be arranged before him, and he will sort the people out, much as a shepherd sorts out sheep and goats, putting sheep to his right and goats to his left. Then the king will say to those on his right, "Enter, you are blessed by our gracious God. Take what's coming to you in the kingdom. It's been ready for you, since the world's foundation. And here's why. I was hungry, and you fed me. I was thirsty, and you gave me a drink. I was homeless, and you gave me a room. I was shivering, and you gave me clothes. I was sick, and you stopped to visit. I was in prison, and you came to me." Then those sheep are going to say, "Master, what are you talking about? When did we ever see you hungry and feed you, thirsty and give you a drink? When did we ever see you sick or in prison and come to you?" The king will say, "I'm telling the solemn truth. Whenever you did one of these things to someone overlooked or ignored, that was me. You did it to me." So this is what I've been thinking about. And I am inviting you to think about this too. We live in a world of technology. And I wonder if we could translate everything in Matthew 25 to a technological outreach, like with your computer, with your iPad, or with your phone. So let's just make believe you're sitting in a comfortable chair and you think about someone in your life who, is sick, and you've been thinking about him or you've been thinking about her. Perhaps in the spirit of Matthew 25, you could either text an electronic card, pick up the phone, for I was lonely and you reached out to me. Perhaps you know someone who's having a rough time, and you know that they don't have a lot of money. Well, grocery stores deliver. So you could pick up your phone and order some basics, text or call your friend, and have some food delivered. For I was hungry and you fed me. Network and Catholic Mobilizing send emails all the time and that say, in this state, on this day, so-and-so is going to be electrocuted or, killed. Perhaps you could say, when I was in prison, you visited me. Network yourself online to do something good and generous. Maybe you just sit and you think about people that you love. And instead of just thinking about them, text or email or phone. These are all ways to live Matthew 25 without you having to leave your home, without you having to leave your bedroom, without you having to leave your chair. But I believe in this time and in this place, this might be a way to extend Jesus's invitation to feed and clothe and visit and nurture. And with composting all of creation, you're giving life to something that was sick. So we're going to take some quiet time. I'm going to read Matthew 25 again. And if you could just think of a way technologically during this Lent that you could actively live Matthew 25. Okay? So now now you don't have to go to the food pantry. You don't have to go to the grocery store. You don't have to go to the jail. There are other ways to live Matthew 25 with the wonders of technology that are just and perhaps very effective. So let's hear what Jesus says and hear it with a different lens. When he finally arrives, blazing in beauty, and all his angels with him, the Son of Man will take his place on his glorious throne. Then all the nations will be arranged before him. That's us, will be arranged before God. And God will sort the people out, much as a shepherd sorts out sheep and goats, putting sheep to his right and goats to his left. Then the gracious one will say to those on his right, enter, you who are blessed by our God. Take what's coming to you in this kingdom. It's been ready for you since the world's foundation. And here's why. I was hungry and you fed me. I was thirsty and you gave me a drink. I was homeless and you gave me a room. I was shivering and you gave me clothes. I was sick and you stopped to visit. I was in prison and you came to me. I thought about Michael J. Fox this morning, those people that are imprisoned in their bodies. So think out of the box. Then those sheep are going to say, Master, what are you talking about? When did we ever see you hungry and feed you? When did we ever see you thirsty and give you a drink? When did we ever see you sick or in prison and come to you? Then the gracious one will say, I'm telling the solemn truth. Whatever you did to one of these things to someone overlooked or ignored, that was me. You did it to me. So we'll take a bit of quiet. The closing hymn is Andrea Bocelli and Celine Dion and a group of children singing a really old hymn called My Prayer. And they're doing it at a benefit for world life. Happy Lent.